What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And we're back to the nightlife part of town. Back to the pool hall and the Century movie theater and the bowling alley and the Rose bar, English pub. Because I want to work on a brand new project over here. That's right, guys. I did the very start of it. I haven't done anything because I wanted to show you guys. Now, I don't have a plan for this building. What I plan on doing, my plan is to have no plan. I plan on just working on this and seeing what comes out. So, sometimes I do this. A lot of times I'll go look at images of buildings and I'll get ideas and inspiration from various buildings and of real life, and I'll try to recreate them in Minecraft or take elements from them and put a Minecraft spin on it along with some creativity of mine. But today, I'm gonna go at it from scratch. We're just gonna see what happens here. Okay, no promises, guys. This could be a failure of an episode. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. We'll find out by the end of this video if this was a complete failure or not. But let me tell you what this is. You're probably wondering, well, okay, that's great, but what are you building? Well, I'm building a martini bar. A martini bar. This is an up-class, swanky kind of place where you go in and order martinis. Do you guys know what martinis are? Some of you do. Others of you have no idea. It's a type of alcoholic beverage. Basically straight alcohol with a little olive in it. Okay, so this is where you kind of got to dress up for this. Have a nice cocktail dress. You got to, Junglewood might look good here. You have to be armed with interesting conversation. Okay? Yeah, it's a very adult thing. I'm not into it, as you can tell. I'd rather be at home building the martini bars and actually be at the martini bars. So, I'm not a big martini bar kind of guy. In fact, martinis are pretty gross if you ask me. So, I wouldn't recommend trying them. I did have a raspberry martini before. They come in all different flavors. So, they're not all bad. There's some delicious ones out there, but you're drinking straight vodka, basically. It's no good. Okay. So, what should we do here? I'm just doing the exterior. That's all I'm going to do today. I'm going to try to do the front facade and see how that comes out. Oh, we got these prismarines. I don't know, guys. I'm just shooting spitwads out here. Okay, that was an accident, but we'll roll with it. See how it looks. Something like that. I've chosen a palette of colors. I've chosen some. Well, you can see what the colors are. I'm going with the prismarine kind of theme. Oh, I don't know if a sign will fit there. I went with the prismarine kind of theme, and I'd like to accent my colors, so I'll pick a main color scheme, like a main color, and then I'll accent it with some different accentos. And that's basically, how I build. I just take one color, and this color in this instance was prismarine type color. I know prismarine is not a color, but the color of prismarine. And I decided like a brownish accent would be good, but not too brown, like a light grayish brownish. So I went with gravel, and so I want to call I want to call this place of business the Bartini Mar. Okay, the Bartini Mar is my idea. That's why I went with this prismarine color scheme, because it's gonna have like an oceany kind of theme. For those of you who speak de Espanol, you know what I'm talking about when I say Bartini Mar. It's got a very oceany feel to it, right? Yeah. You catching my drift with this? So that's why it's the Bartini Mar. It's like Martini Bar, but I switched it around the letters, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Okay, anyway. Okay, this is weird. What am I doing here? So I gotta fit the words Bartini Mar on here, and that's gonna take up a lot of space. Definitely want to use. This is gonna be tough, guys. I could use cyan. Cyan's a color that could be introduced here. I don't like this thing anymore. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. A lot of trial and error, guys. I know. You just gotta bear with me when I get in these weird creative moods, okay? Just bear with, and maybe, hopefully this can inspire you to build something creatively. Just like kind of notice what I'm doing, my techniques for for being creative, and see if, you know, the trial and error method works for you. I just put stuff down randomly almost, and I see if it looks good, and then I see how I could tweak it to make it look good. Where am I going to fit the words Bartini Mar? Honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to have to use like my small letters. You know, if I were to do it in like all caps, it would just... no, that wouldn't work. It just wouldn't. Okay, how about that? So far, so bueno. So far, so bueno. Okay, where am I going to fit the words, though? I don't know, guys. This is going to be a tough thing. Okay, anyway. While I'm, you know, stressing out about my complete lack of a plan, I think we should remind you that it's Friday. You know that. The weekend is coming up. We're going to have some cool videos this weekend. Builds with Bean and Gaia. Oh, it'll be glorious. But on Friday, before we can get into any of that, we have to remember that on Fridays we do Comment of the Week. Alright, today's comment of the week comes from Easy, and he says, Bean, you say we should treat everyone the same. So should we treat Hitler the same as everyone else? Should we treat Donald Trump the same as everyone else? Should we treat Ted Bundy the same as everyone else? Interesting. I thought this was an interesting question. So I'm going to talk about it today, and we'll have a little chat about this, because I think it's a very important question. I think it brings up a good point, and let's talk about it. So he's saying, you know, I mentioned in I think he's responding to the feminism video, and I mentioned that, you know, everyone should be treated equally, and, you know, with love and reverence and respect. And he's saying, well, what about the people who are evil? You know, I guess we could say Hitler was evil. I guess you could say Donald Trump is evil in certain respects, and Ted Bundy's evil. So he's saying, like, why should we treat them as equals when they're just, you know, sociopaths, basically? And my answer to that is this. What you have to understand is that a large part of who you are as an adult is the result of your childhood. You know, if you receive trauma as a child, you're going to carry that into adulthood, and it's going to affect you adversely. If you had a really great childhood, you're going to have, you know, probably a good adult life. But any of those little traumas, even if you like lived in the suburbs and you play with kids every day, every kid receives some sort of trauma. Whether it could be as little as, you know, their parents scolding them for something they wanted to do, to as big as, who knows, you know, a death in the family or some horrible event that scarred them, okay? So every child receives some sort of trauma, and this trauma goes into, you know, what makes them an adult. So I love how this block changes color. No one believes me when I say this. Look, let's watch it for a second. Watch it change color. So it's very important to give people love and respect and admiration at all times, no matter who they are, because if you don't, you're giving them a trauma. Adolf Hitler obviously had a problem with Jewish people when he was younger. His mother was Jewish, right? And he resented that side of her. I don't know what happened to him in his childhood, but maybe his mother kind of, you know, did something to him, okay? Maybe he didn't receive the love that he needed from her, and maybe like she did something that made him kind of hate her, I guess. Hate is a strong word, but we're talking about Adolf Hitler here. So, you know, he didn't receive love, and as a result, he reacted as an adult towards Jewish people, right? And I think it had a large part to do with his mother, I would think, right? So, you know, as a child, he probably had a problem with Jews, and as an adult, he had a big problem with them. You know, same with Trump. He's anti-Mexican, anti-immigration, anti just anything that's not him. And my feeling is that Trump probably, you know, didn't receive love from those people, or there was some sort of issue that he had with those people as a younger person that he carried over into adulthood. I would imagine. See, some Mexican did something to him when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's manifesting now in today's world. Is like some Mexican did something bad to him, and now he was building a wall, right? Ted Bundy is more of a, who knows about Ted Bundy? I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make here, guys, there's a point. Believe it or not, there's a point. Is that if these three people had been surrounded with love and compassion and understanding as younger people, then we may not have seen these monsters manifest themselves. Right? They may not have been monster. I'm not calling Trump and, well, I guess so. Okay, we'll call him a monster. He's a little bit of a monster. And these things are just issues resulting from a lack of love. That's all it is. That's all these psychopaths are lacking, is love. I mean, Donald Trump has every thing he could ever want except love. And that's why he spreads hate. People who are hurt other people. And remember that. Hurt people hurt people. And no truer words have been spoken. People who have been hurt, they just want to inflict that pain on others because it makes them feel like their pain is not as bad. You know what I'm saying here? They wanna do damage to people because it helps to alleviate their pain. So this is an endless cycle. Okay, someone is hurt and someone was damaged, so they go to damage another person, which damages another person, and they try to, relieve that pain by damaging another person, and it goes on and on and on. It's an endless loop that never ends, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that means that we need to treat people with love and reverence and respect, and try our best to. How am I going to do this? Oh, man, not the letters again. Let me just map this out. Let me see here. M-A-R. Hold on. I gotta do this in my head first before I can continue saying what I was saying. Don't let me forget. I just want to see if this fits. Oh, man. Oh, it's supposed to be Bartini. M-A-R-T-I-N-I. Is that right? Martini. Okay, it fits, but this has to be a B. Anyway, so the answer to all this, to break this cycle, is to treat everyone with love and respect. It doesn't matter if they're Adolf Hitler or Ted Bundy or Donald Trump. Everyone is deserving of respect. Okay, now once they've gone full psycho on us, maybe they need to be locked up, and I mean, that's obvious, of course. But before that happens, we have the power as individuals to try to prevent it. Because we can, treat people with love and respect, especially when they're young, especially young people. They need to be given the respect that they deserve because, they're going to grow up to be adults in this society. They're going to grow up to be future politicians, And do we want a bunch of Donald Trumps running around the world? Of course not. Of course not. So, it's up to you to treat every single person you come into contact with love and respect. It doesn't matter what they've done to you. If you're religious, turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be religious to turn the other cheek. You just have to be a good person. This T looks weird. Weird. Maybe you should make it like a capital T. That might look better. Bartini. And an N? How are we going to do like an N? I know how. Like this. So, I want to thank you for that comment. Easy _easy_. Oh, no. That's not an N. Uh-oh. How are we going to do the N? How does that look? That doesn't look like an N. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Can you even read that? It looks pretty bad, doesn't it? And then this is like all off-centered because it's the T. How do we do this? I don't know. I'll derp around with letters. And then this looks like out of place. It looks too big. So I didn't want to get too deep in there, but I just wanted to remind you guys to treat people with love and respect, because you're influencing the world around you, right? Every action you take has an influence on people. So when you treat people poorly, that sends a ripple effect throughout the world. A ripple effect throughout the world. So make sure the ripples that you're sending out are ones of love and reverence and respect, and you're gonna help make the world a better place. But if you're sending out ripples of negativity, then ouch, you're not helping us. We need all the help we can get as human beings. We're living in a strange world these days, right? No, that T is the one that's really making me stumble. Oh man, how do I do a T? I need your help, guys. Comments? Anyone? How do I make a T fit within this font? And this N doesn't look very good either. Oh, ugh. I'm not digging it. I'm gonna have to do something about this. That's for sure. I can't let this aggression stand, man. Bartini Mar? Does that look like an M? Oh man, we're derping hard today, guys. Okay, these letters, I gotta redo these letters. Next time you see this build, the letters are gonna be changed. Oh man, what am I doing here? You're seeing Bean in his lowest. Okay, this is me struggling. You don't see it too often, but I can't make this video like 40 minutes. So I'm gonna have to work on this off camera. I'm gonna come back with a proper font. I'm gonna get rid of all this. Okay, you saw me try. I tried. I gave it a good old-fashioned college try, guys. But no good. I may just go all capital letters because it's so hard to read right now. But I gotta end the episode there because we're going along. So get ready for fun videos this weekend, Gaia, and all sorts of things. And oh baby, Bills with Bean is turning out to be one of my favorite series. All right, guys. So I gotta work on this. All right, let me go. Let me go work. All right. Thank you for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.